Theories of the process of dreams have been questioned for a long time by scientists. Although the main mechanism of dreams have not been yet confirmed, many convincing theories have been developed in order to solve the age-old question. Today I'm going to talk about the activation synthesis theory of dreams, the most widely known and convincing theory. The activation synthesis model of dreaming was first proposed by Harvard psychiatrists Alan Hobson and Robert McCauley in 1977. It suggests that dreams are caused by the physiological processes of the brain and are a subjective interpretation of signals generated by the brain during REM sleep, which is when the whole brain is active, and it is the stage of dreaming where most dreams were reported to occur. The process is split into mainly two parts, the activation and the synthesis. So the activation part is when our dreams occur due to stimulation in the brain, specifically in the brainstem, that brings thoughts to our awareness. This is allowed by the random firing of the neurons from the brainstem. Then the synthesis takes place in the forebrain, and the brain attempts to interpret the random activity and grant meaning to it. Hobson suggested that circuits in the brainstem are activated during REM sleep, and once these are activated, areas of the limbic system involved in emotions, sensations, memories, and thinking process, including the amygdala and hippocampus, become active. These activation of emotional circuits and attention circuits, along with visual and auditory hallucinations, evoke more realistic and engaging dreams. Hobson also asserted that the activation synthesis signifies the ability to account for the bizarre and illogical dreams. Due to the randomly selected activation of neural circuits, some structures such as areas in the prefrontal cortex that is associated with high-level reasoning and thought processing could be left out, which lets us engage in the dreams without thinking too much about their absurdity, and this explains the sudden shift in scenes in dreams. Since the stimuli from the pons of the brainstem are random and constantly changing, the forebrain repeatedly has to create new dream scenarios during the synthesis process to provide an explanation for it. However, the activation synthesis theory is criticized for its lack of explanation for the occurrence of complex and coherent dreams. It is doubtful that the random activity for the brainstem could develop a complicated plot. Also, lucid dreaming does not account for this hypothesis, since lucid dreamers could consciously control the events in their dreams. So the activation synthesis model of dreaming has long been discussed as one of the most feasible hypotheses since its introduction in 1977, and influenced the study of dreams in neurobiology, asserting that dreams have no intrinsic meaning and are just a product of the changes in neuron activity.